Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News for Tuesday, the 12th of July, 2021. I'm Chrislyn, Lashington. In the headlines, Lawrence Bell remanded to prison as he faces 18 charges of sexually related offenses. Attorney General Dia Forrester says Grenada has a sex crime issue that must be addressed. Trade unions representing public officers to engage in protest action one day before the court addresses their pension and gratuity issue. Government to implement fully vaccinated entry protocol for visitors. Former Tourism Director William Joseph is tonight's analyst. In around the globe, anti-government protesters take to the streets in Cuba. Key suspect arrested following Haiti's president's assassination. And firefighters battle wildfires in record-breaking temperatures in the USA. Coming up in sports, Grenadian duo dominates sprints in the NACAC Championships, and Spice Boys begin Gold Cup tournament on Tuesday. Details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Remanded to Her Majesty's prison until Thursday, the 15th of July. Lawrence Bell made his first court appearance Monday at the St. George's Magistrates Court.
All charges brought against Lawrence Bell are indictable. 18 counts of sexual charges were laid against the 54-year-old pharmacy inspector of Malmont St. David, 9 incest, 5 sexual assaults, and 5 indecent assault charges. Bell appeared before the St. George's Magistrate Court Monday morning, however was not able to secure bail and was remanded to Her Majesty's prison until Thursday, July 15th. Representing attorney Anselm Clouden spoke with the media following his client's court appearance.
Now, the prosecution was unprepared today. They hadn't supplied me with any disclosure. They hadn't supplied the court with any documentation, so that the magistrate had nothing before him. As a consequence, the prosecution moved the court to have the matter transferred to St. David's, its rightful place. The difficulty with that is the magistrate of St. David's is on vacation. Now they have undertaken to try to get her to sit on Thursday.
What transpired today, Clouden says, is unacceptable. He explained the penalty for those charges brought against his client.
A maximum from 14 to 30 years. Some of these charges date back to 2009. It continues to 2021. A series of offenses: indecent assault, carnal knowledge, and under 176F, penetration by some bodily organ.
The attorney is looking for a speedy resolve to this matter.
The defendant was detained since Wednesday. I'm hoping and praying that come Thursday we can have our application heard either before the St. David's magistrate or it be brought back, as the magistrate here says, before him to be adjudicated upon. I think personally sometimes people rush to conclusions when in fact there is no factual background for a lot of these allegations.
Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Stakeholders met Thursday to discuss the way forward with the Sex Offenders Registry Bill. The consultation was organized by the Ministry of Social Development and Housing. We get details in this report.
Over the last couple of months, the number of reported cases of sexual offences has been steadily increasing. During the months January 2020 to July 2021, 38 sexual offences were completed by the court with 23 convictions and 8 acquittals. In April of this year, 204 reports and cases were brought before the criminal assizes, of which 88 were sexual offence cases. According to Attorney General Dia Forrester, we do have a sex crime issue in Grenada that must be addressed.
We do have a sex crimes issue in Grenada, and we must tackle that issue in a direct manner. So the advent of the National Sex Offenders Registry Bill is one of the measures being used to assist with that process of tackling sex crimes in our country. The bill is aimed at deterring, punishing and shaming rapists, pedophilias, and those others with a propensity to commit sexual crimes. The bill is also aimed at ensuring members of the public are aware of who are offenders living amongst us, so that members of the public are better able to protect themselves.
The bill forms part of the legislative agenda of the Ministry of Legal Affairs and the Attorney General Chambers for 2021. This bill seeks to deter potential sex offenders from committing registerable offences and to keep the public informed of the presence of sex offenders in their communities.
A comprehensive register that is accessible only by the Commissioner of Police, and a second register that members of the public may inspect. The intended registers would be in the control and custody of the Commissioner of Police, providing the parameters for the police force to effectively monitor registered sex offenders and facilitate the Commissioner assessing the likelihood of that individual endangering their community and people with whom they interact with frequently.
Minister for Social Development and Housing, Delma Thomas, addressed the issue.
We have a responsibility. The responsibility is not only with the Ministry of Social Development, the SVU, and the police force. When you commit sexual offense on children, you are killing them. You are really killing them. You're destroying them for life. They are broken after. And you can't repair those brokenness. And therefore, we have to look at this crime, as a scourge, as an evil spirit.
Legal Affairs Minister Kendra Maturin Stewart explained that under the bill, registered offenders will be required to report to the police station once every 6 months. Failure to adhere can result to a fine of $10,000 and/or 2 years imprisonment. Failure to comply with reporting to the police station every 6 months is a summary offense, punishable by $5,000 or 12 months behind bars. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Unity is the mantra as the 3 public sector unions make a last-lap public appeal ahead of Thursday's court hearing. The unions are seeking legal redress in the denial of pension for public officers in keeping with what they deem a contravention of Grenada's constitution. The Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, the Grenada Union of Teachers, and the Public Workers Union jointly launched a week of activities that began with a press conference on Monday. Jared Joseph has the details.
Symbolic of the trio of presidents in Monday's press conference will be a representation of the unions by 3 of the most prominent attorneys at law in Grenada. President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, says former Attorney Generals Jimmy Bristol and Cajitan Hood, together with Rogers Ferguson, will lead the fight for the restoration of pension for public officers.
So the symbol you see today with the three presidents at the head table, this is the way we're going to approach this pension matter going forward, united as a team.
Grimes says on Wednesday they will be marching against the 1983 Pension Disqualification Act, as well as continue the 3-decade-year-old fight for pension restoration.
We are asking workers to come with the candles because there will be prayer sessions. As I said before, this is not just legal, it is spiritual, it is moral.
GTAO President Andre Lewis impresses that the pension issue is even now more relevant as the fight against COVID-19 has been led by public officers, many of whom will retire without a pension.
It is unfortunate that the powers that be, the government of the day that has been in office for over 20 years or thereabouts, has not solved this matter, and we have had to go to the court on this matter.
Lewis is appealing to Grenadian citizens to lend their voices and join the events for the pension restoration fight and prevent workers from retiring into poverty.
Here we have parliamentarians who, after only 2 terms, qualifies for pension and gratuity. As a matter of fact, as we speak, it has been rumored and probably confirmed that a senior member of the administration most likely will not be contesting the upcoming election, whenever that be. But what he can rest assured about, he will have a pension to get.
A march is scheduled to begin at the National Stadium from 10 a.m. on Wednesday and conclude with a rally at the Tantin playing field, where public officers and fellow citizens are asked to wear red. GBN reached out to the Prime Minister's press secretary for government's stance on the restoration of pension and was told that government will await the outcome of the court matter and will be guided accordingly. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Meanwhile, President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, says they will be sending a strong message of unity and passion for the workers' struggle while lifting up the court matter in prayer on Wednesday. The union leader, who was full of vigor in his presentation, says pension restoration not only covers teachers, nurses, doctors, public servants, but also police and prison officers.
President of the GUT, Jude Bartholomew, highlighting on the significance of the inclusion of pension in the Constitution of Grenada, says the Pension Disqualification Act of 1983 was the greatest travesty against workers.
The getting rid of the pension is could compare to slavery, and one of the greatest injustices that was done to the Grenadian people, to the Grenadian worker, to public officers and to teachers, not by foreigners, not through colonization, but basically by our own government.
38 years later, the union leader notes successive governments have denied the restoration of pension. He is pleading with Grenadians, the ordinary citizens and workers, to be the judges on an issue that goes far beyond politics.
Whoever you are, whoever political party you support, let's put that behind us and let us rally with a common denominator in terms of fighting for the pension.
Bartholomew, however, points to what he calls the unfaithfulness shown by the political parties who took office following 1983.
They have restored everything when they restored the Constitution, and the only thing they left out basically is to put the workers of this country in the wet. They did not restore in terms of the pension for workers.
The GUT president notes that these politicians ensured the restoration of pension for themselves in the People's Parliament, while workers retire into abject poverty. He says the court is the last bastion of justice in our society.
And so we're calling on the courts, the honorable courts, to do what the government of Grenada, successive government, do not have the will to do, to restore for its people, restore justice, social and economic justice in this country.
Bartholomew is making a clarion call to politicians and political parties to take notes.
Because this time around, workers are not prepared to support people and to go voting for persons and and they keep throwing that against us, no pension, no nothing. That's how we have to stand up. That's how we have to rise up. And that's how we have to be smart and wise to make sure that this time around, pension, and not just before election anyway, we want it restored.
The GUT leader is urging the public to identify with pensioners, with families and friends affected, as well as the youth who will inherit the public service and the country. Government says it will await the outcome of the court matter and will be guided accordingly. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
This is News at 7. Coming up, if you are a Grenadian national residing in the diaspora and looking to come home in this pandemic era, welcome home. But for visitors, your entry needs vaccination. Stay with us.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Now is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Seriously, there's a better way to beat the heat. Get an air condition unit at Quartz, starting at $1,199. Get free installation on your purchase. Plus, with Ready Finance, you can shop now and pay nothing for 60 days. Quartz, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win. Big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
On Sunday, July 18th, get ready for the 25th edition of Waggity Virtual Bingo. For just $12 per ticket, you can win a grand prize of $10,000. Now that's a lot of money. If you're in Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide. And if you're playing from overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, July 18th, join the fun and excitement online because whenever you hear this sound,
whoa, pressure.
Somebody's about to bingo.
Somebody finally pop up on the screen. Who's that lucky person?
Play Waggity Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact a Riser Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
With thousands of families still reluctant to get their COVID vaccines, some governments across the region are now mulling the proposal of mandatory vaccination. Krista Campbell has the details.
The COVID-19 pandemic, which has placed a stranglehold on countries all over the world from the beginning of the year 2020, following the outbreak of the mystery illness allegedly emanating out of Wuhan, China in late 2019, has engendered the implementation of all sorts of regulations and protocols in an effort to combat the pandemic. While Grenada and indeed the world has become accustomed to the COVID-19 protocols such as the wearing of masks, social distancing, and hand washing, some countries across the region are now mulling the proposal of introducing mandatory vaccination as a further methodology to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. The introduction of vaccine mandates in various Caribbean countries was discussed on the Beyond the Headlines program.
What is being discussed is mandatory vaccination, which would be there would be certain privileges that the individual would not be able to get, and certain opportunities that they would not be able to enjoy if they do not get vaccinated. So it's the government here, Prime Minister Gaston Brown has indicated, look, there's no appetite to do that. The government at one point indicated that it could be put on the table as a last resort, but Cabinet has taken no decision on it, and certainly it has not gone to Parliament in terms of countenance that. But even when the issue was broached as a possible last resort, there was quite a bit of a stir in terms of some sections of society saying, look, that is absolutely unconstitutional. Nobody should be forced to do that.
Professor at Auckland University, Dr. Mark Niven, relayed that there are many good reasons to consider vaccine mandates. However, he disclosed that there are philosophical, political, and practical implications of introducing these mandates.
So there are many good reasons to consider mandates, and I want to be clear that, of course, mandates can be effective at increasing vaccine coverage, and that's a good reason to consider them. I worry, though, as you suggest, that some people and some countries and advocates of mandates are not giving sufficient consideration to the various social and political costs. So we often hear discussion of mandates framed as if it were a debate between public health versus parent liberty. And of course, parent liberty matters, but it's by far not the only consideration that matters. And so I worry about the broader social and political costs. When you invoke state power in a new way, when you bring down the power of the government on people, you change much more than just the relationship between that individual governed person and the state.
Meanwhile, anti-vaxxers, vaccine skeptics, and the critics of a mandatory vaccination policy want to protect their individual freedoms. The burning issue that pervades the topic of mandatory vaccination among some individuals is whether it would be lawful for the government to embark on that course of action. Krista Campbell, GBN News.
Grenada's tourism sector has been hard hit by the COVID-19 pandemic, and now that the nation is preparing for the upcoming cruise ship season, the government has put protocols in place for all visitors entering the Tri-Island state. Trellona Charles has the details.
Minister of Tourism Dr. Clarice Modeste Cohen has announced that Grenada will be moving to allow only fully vaccinated visitors to the island via the seaports. Modeste Cohen said the Ministry of Tourism, along with the Ministry of Health, has intensified discussions with the expected cruise lines.
Being involved with tourism and having seen the suffering of the tour operators, of the vendors, of everybody else, my first impulse is to take what you get. But this is not ordinary times, this is COVID time. And therefore we've been led by the Ministry of Health, and they are insisting that 100% of our visitors must be vaccinated.
However, she said the same protocols will not apply to returning Grenadian nationals.
That policy also extends to stayover passengers to the airport as well. Of course, Grenadians, we can't put those conditions for Grenadians. If you have a Grenadian abroad who wants to come, then the terms and conditions obviously have to be different. But for visitors, that is what it is. And we're also saying that if we're asking visitors to be fully vaccinated for their own safety and for our safety, then we must reciprocate. So this is where we are.
According to Modeste Cohen, the Ministry of Health is ensuring that all Grenada's protocols are being adhered to.
Health wants to be assured that all of the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and that Grenada's protocols and policies and requirements are being adhered to. We're just about tying up that. As a matter of fact, we're due for a meeting this afternoon, but I can say safely that pretty much all of our protocols have been satisfied, except for one or two that have to be tweaked. We're hoping we can get that into that one, but the main thing is that everybody must be fully vaccinated.
Seabourn, a cruise line based in Barbados, is expected later this month. This will be the first cruise ship to dock in Grenada since the COVID-19 lockdown in March 2020. Trellona Charles, GBN News.
Trellona Charles is in studio. We turn over to her. She has an analyst on the line to discuss these new protocols as discussed regarding tourism.
The COVID-19 pandemic continues to set new trends, and now this one in the making. Only fully vaccinated visitors will be allowed. Our guest tonight is former tourism director, Mr. William Joseph. Mr. Joseph, good night and welcome.
Hi, good night to you and to all of your viewers. Thank you.
Now, Mr. Joseph, with the tourism industry still in such a fragile state, how do you foresee this move to welcome only vaccinated visitors, with exceptions for returning nationals only, further impacting the sector?
Fine, interesting. I am afraid it's going to remain fragile for quite some time. Yeah, it's just the nature of things at this point. But let me say this. It's a very significant announcement. I think really it is the only prudent and sensible decision really that could be made in the circumstances. You see, vaccination is at this point a standard of not so much risk reduction, but a risk minimization, because there can't be certainty. So the vaccination is a standard of risk minimization. And it is very important. We are talking about a pandemic. The thing is going to come at us from all quarters of the world. And therefore, we have to do what is right and act sensibly. So I think that decision, to my mind, is in fact the correct decision in the circumstances.
Okay. Authorities were hopeful that by this time they would see a major improvement within the tourism industry. What do you see ahead for the industry?
Well, I don't know what the basis on which that projection was even contemplated, far less voiced, because, there are certain realities out there. both in terms of the supply of tourists and there is issues also here on our destination regarding our reception and so on and accommodation of tourists. So I would not envisage that there would be any boom in tourism arrivals. In fact, I foresee a gradual takeoff and a gradual rebuild, if you will. It's going to take some time. So what is in the pipeline? What's influencing what I'm saying? Now, we have to remember, but we should, that Grenada is not a first-class destination. We're more in the middle range, 3-star accommodation and so on. Essentially, entertaining working class people, some middle class people and so on. So a lot of our accommodation plans would testify to that reality. So there are some issues. On the supply side, you have the question of displacement that people may have suffered, people who would typically take a Grenada vacation, working class people and so on, who might have become unemployed, might have their credit and so on might not be as forthcoming as it used to be, and so on. So there are financial issues on the side of the typical Grenada vacationer that one has to take into account, because at the end of the day, the visitor has to be in a position to finance his visit, his or her, of course. So I don't see that as an easy way or road forward. Then there's the critical issue of airlift.
Thank you so much, Trellona. She was joined by analyst Mr. William Joseph there, speaking about tourism. Still ahead, Guav Committee tackles crime and violence. This is News at 7.
Customer services, bill payment, revenue collections. We are open. NOASA's Lucas Street headquarters.
Come, we are excited to serve you.
NOASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. Plumbing fixtures, cutting and grinding discs, PVC glue, drywall screws, and power saw blades. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
And look, rhythm coconut, rum lemon, passion fruit, sorrel, even the exotic spicy rum.
Ah, the flavored rums of Grenada Distillers Limited.
Class coat?
Yes, girl. They are all produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited in Woodlands. You know, all their rums are world-class and internationally acclaimed, winners of numerous gold medals.
I have the spicy rum.
Grenada's #1 rum. We drink it on sport. Add a little flavor to your life.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock, private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Now is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
The GBN Committee, its citizen advisory body, along with various stakeholders on Thursday, unveiled a billboard and officially launched its campaign against crime and violence. With a closer bond with members of the community, it is hoping that this initiative will help stem the rise in violent crimes in the country. President of the Citizen Advisory Body, or CAB, Martin Mendez, says this initiative started with members of the Royal Grenada Police Force.
Crime in this country has gotten out of hand. And in fact, this CAB is going to attempt to bring some semblance and to ensure that the crime rate in this country is minimized as much as we can. In fact, it might be almost impossible to stop it, but at the same time, if we can, we will. But at the same time, we will put measures in place so that we can reduce the incidence of crime in the
Mendez says CAB hopes to minimize the level of crime in their community and the country as a whole.
And we made a contribution towards the police task force here up at GBN. The purpose really, we are committed to fulfilling our corporate and social responsibility. And with the reduction of crime, definitely you would see an increase in our economic stability, which in return would be beneficial to us as corporate bodies.
The billboard, which was donated to the organization by Jonas Brown and Hubbard Grenada Limited, is a reminder to the public that violence is not the answer. Marketing officer of Hubbard, Donnelly Blackman, says they are happy to be part of this initiative. The billboard is placed in the parish of St. John at the entrance of the town of GBN. Now imagine winning a year's supply of free cooking gas, free drinks, free fuel, extra cash, groceries, or even free insurance. Well, this is all possible with Hubbard's Grenada Limited as they roll out their free one-year promotion. Rena Pear-Thomas tells us more.
Hubbard's Live Free for 1 year promotion in partnership with Caribbean and other business partnerships gives customers who spend $50 and more at any Hubbard's store the opportunity to win a variety of prizes for 1 year. At the end of each month, one individual gets a chance to win free drinks, free fuel, free cooking gas, free insurance, extra cash at Communal Bank, and the grand prize of free groceries, all for 1 year. The promotion started on April 1st and will conclude at the end of September. This week, Hubbard's awarded its third winner, Mr. Ricardo John. He said he came to Hubbard's Tire Bay to purchase a battery for his vehicle and entered the draw. One entry earned him free fuel for 1 year through the Live for Free 1 year promotion.
My first reaction, I couldn't believe it because I came at the Tire Bay to purchase a battery. So when I heard I was a winner, I was really excited because free gas for 1 year, it's a big thing, due to the cost of gas and stuff, knowing that I'm the winner, it will go a long way. Well, I'm very thankful for it. I'm happy to be the winner. Yes.
Marketing manager at Saul's Petroleum, Mrs. Charles, said they are happy to be part of Hubbard's Live for Free 1 year promotion.
For his price, he will be getting $450 worth of Saul gas for the next 12 months. Saul has established a partnership with Hubbard's for this promotion, and we look forward to collaborating with them on other promotions and even activities that we will have. We thank all the customers who would have purchased product in hope of winning this prize at our Saul locations, and those who have participated at other Hubbard's locations and other partners. It's all in the value of giving back to our customers, and everybody has an opportunity to win something. So there are many more prizes to come, and I wish all other participants best of luck with the coming draws.
The first winner of the promotion is Miss Gloria Purcell, who won free drinks for 1 year compliments Caribbean. The second winner, Miss Sasha Ridges, won free electricity for 1 year compliments Grenlick. And the third winner, Mr. Ricardo John, won free fuel for 1 year from Saul Fuel. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
Exciting. And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trellona Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Minister of Education Emlyn Pear, during last week's Parliament sitting, announced that in the new school year, every school will have a manager and a spiritual leader, and the teacher training program at the T.A. Marisho Community College will be extended to 3 years.
That, Mr. Speaker, will ensure that our principals receive more support for instructional supervision. Just as we train nurses to go into nursing, just as we train lawyers to go into law, we have to professionalize our system of education in Grenada.
Our online audience give their opinions on the changes. Shadina commented, just as we train nurses and lawyers, so we should train politicians. They can't find money to pay negotiated salary increases, but could find to add more people to the payroll. Let's see who gets the jobs of managers and spiritual leaders. Who's really fooling who? Clark commented, treat the teachers with respect and not like you're a slave master. Give them what they are entitled to and stop trying to oppress the same people you need to function. Alpha commented, not only teachers that have to be qualified. We need qualified people in Parliament also. Heaven Sent wrote, how all of a sudden you can hire all these workers. Where are the funds coming from? Obviously, they will be paid more than the average teacher. Bev added, so school finishes at 3 p.m., Teachers College will start what time and finish what time, and public transportation will stop running at what time? The same teachers have to prepare for next day class in school and the Teachers College. We're setting up for teachers' exodus as the nurses. And Damien commented, why does a school need a manager and a spiritual director? you trained and deployed guidance counselors. Principals should undergo training and development in leadership. They are administrators, not teachers. They are to bring the strategic objectives of their schools and the country's development goal in education to life. Teachers cannot effectively apply what is learned in Teachers College when there is a system that has historically undermined educational methodologies. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
We move from the thought process to the visual impact. Let's take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's GBN eyesore submission is a collection of coins thanks to our eyesore reporter, Mr. Redhead. He takes pride in displaying a 1919 British 1 penny, a 1977 United States half dollar, a 1877 to 1881 United States $1, a 1955 British Caribbean Territories, and a 1955 5-cent British Caribbean Territories coins. Send your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp to 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Pretty cool. Stay with us. The weather and sports up next.
Calling all shareholders of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union Limited. It is your time again. You are invited to the 39th Annual General Meeting to be held on Wednesday, July 14th, 2021. Come be a part of the business of your credit union. Learn of the 2020 performance and participate in the discussions for the future of your institution. Register early for attendance at the Grenada Trade Center Annex or by virtual participation via the Zoom meeting platform. Look out for your e-report coming soon via email or WhatsApp. Starting time 3 p.m. sharp. This year's theme is focused on rethinking and redefining our business. It is your credit union, my credit union, and our business. For further information, please contact us at 440-1755 or 405-6670. Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sanatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open, Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Tonight's minimum temperature, 26 degrees Celsius. Weather partly cloudy, hazy, and breezy with few brief showers and some fair spells. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in northeasterly swells. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides are low tonight at 11:15 and high at 4:35 in the morning. Looking ahead on Tuesday, the sun will rise at 10 minutes to 6. Partly cloudy and breezy with few brief showers and some fair spells, increasing in cloudiness overnight with few brief widely scattered showers. On Wednesday, partly cloudy and breezy with few brief showers, becoming generally fair during the afternoon, increasing in cloudiness overnight, but with few widely scattered showers and the possible isolated thunder. On Thursday, partly cloudy to cloudy with some widely scattered showers and possible isolated thunder, improving overnight. It is rainy season after all. That's it for your weather forecast on GBN News.
Evening, sporting fans. It is just hours away before Grenada officially begins its CONCACAF Gold Cup conquest as they come up against Honduras on Tuesday. The Spice Boys have been taking the final steps in preparation, and head coach Michael Findlay describes the process.
It's been challenging in a lot of different ways because of logistics, and we've had some weather challenges here in the Houston area, but you know, that's all part of it to overcome these challenges. I think everybody's been very focused and enjoying the environment in terms of setting out our plan, and they're all healthy, which is the most important thing, and we look forward to getting them started on Tuesday.
He says starting the camp without some of the final 23-man squad had posed a challenge. However, they have been able to adapt and are fully confident for Tuesday.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're coming off the back of you know, a pandemic environment globally, which we all realize has caused a numerous number of challenges, but we have to rebound, and we have to prepare properly, and we do the best we can with what we have. And again, I credit the players in their application and how they've come to every session and every meeting and every preparatory idea that we bring to them, and they put it together and they apply themselves, and so it's been good.
The assistant coach is Anthony Modeste. Grenada recorded magnificent performances over the weekend in the NACAC Under 18, Under 20 and Under 23 championships, despite just fielding 2 athletes. Haley Hazard won gold in 11.42 seconds in the Under 23 women's 100 meters final at the 2021 NACAC Under 18, Under 20 and Under 23 championships in Costa Rica. Nazio John brought home the second medal, winning silver with a time of 10.62 seconds in the Under 20 men's 100 meter final on Friday. Haley then made it 3 medals for Grenada after capturing silver in the Under 23 women's 200 meters final in 24.07 seconds. As the schedule of events ended for the Grenadian athletes, Nazio John ran 21.60 seconds to finish 4th in the Under 20 men's 200 meter final. Meanwhile, matches in the St. Andrews Football League continued on Friday, which resulted in the points being shared in the A and B division matchups. Game 1 was a B division game, which saw SAFL Under 19 taking Keon Pearls Progressive at Progress Park. Keenel Hall in the 29th minute put Pearls Progressive ahead. However, an equalizer in the 80th minute from Joy Vani Neckles saw SAFL Under-19 sharing the points. Game 2 at Victoria Park saw Idlers SC facing Tivoli Lions FC. Denron Daniel in the 5th minute put Tivoli Lions FC in front. However, Nikel Marcel equalized in the 50th minute for Idlers SC. Denroy Charles put Tivoli Lions ahead again in the 85th minute before Anthony Greenwich netted in the 90th minute for a 2-all draw. That's it for sports. Our One Caribbean hookup is up next. This is your One Caribbean hookup. Anti-government protesters are taking to the streets across Cuba, chanting freedom and calling for President Miguel Diaz-Canel to step down. Thousands of Cubans joined street protests from Havana to Santiago on Sunday in the biggest anti-government demonstrations on the communist-run island in decades. We get details on this report.
Thousands of Cubans on Sunday took to the streets over a worsening economy, a display of civil unrest rarely seen in the communist-ruled island nation. Demonstrators in the capital city Havana chanted freedom amid heavy police presence. Many called for better access to vaccines, while others blamed the government for daily blackouts. One protester said he was struggling to make ends meet in an economy plagued by sanctions and the global health crisis.
We are here because of the repression against the people. They're starving us to death. Havana is collapsing. We have no house, we have nothing. But they have money to build hotels and they have us starving.
Protests broke out in San Antonio de los Banos, which borders Havana, and later spread hundreds of miles east to Santiago de Cuba. In a televised speech to the nation, President and head of the Communist Party Miguel Diaz-Canel blamed unrest on foreign influence. He encouraged patriots to confront anti-government protesters.
We will not allow any counter-revolutionaries influenced by the United States, allowing themselves to be carried away by all these strategies of ideological subversion to provoke destabilization in our country. There will be a revolutionary response. We call upon all the revolutionaries of the country, all the communists, to take to the streets to any of the places where these provocations are going to take place. Today, from now on, and in the following days.
Cuba's economy contracted nearly 11% last year and 2% in 2021 so far.
Meanwhile, Haitian police said on Sunday they had arrested one of the suspected masterminds in the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, a Haitian man whom authorities accused of hiring mercenaries to oust and replace Moïse. We get details in this report.
Haitian police on Sunday arrested someone they suspect was a mastermind behind the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse last week. Authorities accuse Christian Emmanuel Sanon of hiring mercenaries to oust Moïse and plotting to then install himself as president.
Sanon arrived in Haiti on a private plane with political objectives, according to our information. He had contacted a company specializing in security to recruit some bandits and arrived in Haiti at the beginning of June, accompanied by some of them. They were initially supposed to guarantee his security.
Police say what was once a mission to protect Sanon later changed to replacing the president. Following the killing at Moïse's home last Wednesday, police arrested a group of Colombians and 2 Haitian Americans. The authorities said it was a commando unit, armed and trained. According to the Miami Herald, the Colombian suspects said their mission was to arrest Moise, not kill him. Police later confirmed Sinan had given one of the suspects an arrest warrant for the president, although the details of the alleged plot are still unclear, along with Sinan's motives. There could, however, be an American connection. The Miami Herald also reported that some of the Colombians claimed to have been hired by a Miami-based security firm. And public records show a man with the same name as Sinan had worked as a doctor in Florida, although no confirmation yet on whether it is the same man. The assassination has plunged poverty-stricken Haiti into chaos. The government has appealed to the international community for help. On Sunday, the Pentagon said experts from the FBI and Department of Homeland Security would be traveling to the country to help with the investigation.
That's it for your One Caribbean Hookup. I'm Trellona Charles. Thank you for joining us.
Let's recap the headlines. Lawrence Bell remanded to prison as he faces 18 charges of sexual-related offenses. Attorney General Dia Forrester says Grenada has a sex crime issue that must be addressed. Trade unions representing public officers to engage in protest action one day before the court addresses their pension and gratuity issue. Government to implement fully vaccinated entry protocol for visitors. And former Tourism Director William Joseph was tonight's analyst. In around the globe, anti-government protesters take to the streets in Cuba. Key suspect arrested following Haiti's president's assassination. And firefighters battle wildfires in record-breaking temperatures in the USA. In sports, Grenadian duo dominates sprints in the NACAC Under 18, Under 20, and Under 23 championships. And Spice Boys begin Gold Cup tournament on Tuesday. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd, or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.